Hello students, welcome to Database Management Systems CS 222. I'm Dr. Munir Omar. Our today's topic is cardinality and mortality. This is lecture number 33 as per KCMS activities. Before moving on to the agenda of today's lecture, let's consider some cases. Here we have some entities interconnected. These are employee, children, then student and father, and in third case we have teachers and subjects. Now there is some sort of relationship between the employee and children. It indicates that a single employee can have many children. So we can say that the maximum number of children can be many, and we can also assume that there might be no child, because we say that employee can have means that there would be some employees who have no child. Similarly, in another case, we say that a student must have exactly one father, means that the maximum case for a student to have a father is 1, and the least case is also 1. We can assume that the student will have exactly one father. There would be no many and also no zero father for a student. In third case, many teachers can teach many subjects. So a single subject can be taught by many teachers, and a single teacher can teach many subjects. Also, there is one another thing, that there would be some teachers who don't teach any subjects. So these many, exactly one, can have, must have, these are actually the degrees or levels of relationships among these entities. So our today's topic is actually focusing on these degrees of relationships. This is the agenda for our today's lecture. First, we will revise our ERD. We have already studied about entity relationship diagram in our previous lectures, so we will revise this topic again. It is because the cardinality and modality, these are actually part of ERD. Then we will define these two terms in details, and how can we read cardinalities, and at the end of lecture we will look into some sample cases. These are actually the examples for cardinality and modality. Relationship diagram, it is a semantic data model used for the graphical representation of the conceptual database design. With the help of this semantic data model, it becomes easier to design the database at the first place, and secondly, it is easier to understand later. This graphical representation gives us the conceptual database design. Actually, with the help of ERD, it becomes easier for us to develop a database. Moreover, note this thing, that ERD is independent of any development tool, means that if you design an ERD, you can implement or develop that database in any DBMS. There are three major constructs of an ERD. The first one is entity, second attributes, and the third one is relationship. Entity is basic building block of the ER data model or ERD, the term entity is used in three different meanings or for three different terms, and that are entity type, entity instance, and entity set. Entity type: a name or label assigned to objects that exist in an environment and that have some similar properties. It could be a person, place, event, or even a concept. Here we have two entities. The first one is student, the second one is location. Actually, if you look into student, student is an object, and every student will have some similar attributes or similar properties. So we can consider student as an entity. To identify or to show an entity, we must use a rectangle shape, and inside that shape we must type the name of that entity in upper case. A particular object belonging to a particular entity set is called entity instance, and the collection of entity instances is called entity set. Here in this example we have two entity types, the student and location. Now if you look into the student table, which is actually representing the entity type student, it has two tuples or two records. So this single record is actually an instance of student. Similarly, this second record is another instance. So the collection of these two instances can be said as the entity set. In case of location, we have three records. These three are instances of location, and all these three are called as entity set of entity type location. Next thing is attributes. As you know that each entity can be described with the help of its properties or characteristics. We can also call these as features of an entity. So here we have an entity type student. It has some features or characteristics. You can also call it properties. So these are actually attributes. Attributes can be represented with the help of oval shape. So here we have name, f name. These are regular attributes. This age is derived attributes. We use dotted line for derived attributes. We have already studied about these. Then for multi-value attributes, we have double line, and we can also use composite attributes in this way. Next thing is relationships. As you know that in ER model or in entity relationship diagram, we draw some entities and then interconnect those entities. So all the entities must have some sort of association. Actually, this association is made between the instances of the entity type. So here we have some instances of student and some instances of location. These all instances are interconnected. For example, this instance Ali having zip 26,000 is connected with this record in another table through this zip code. Actually, for relationships, we consider a common column in the connected tables. So here this record connects this one with the help of zip code. Similarly, this second record can be connected with this one. So if I need to know the province of Ahmed, which is not present in this table, I can get it from the second table by using its zip code. While defining the relationships, we also consider some degrees or levels of relationship. Actually, we use these indicators to specify the degree of relationships between two entity types. With the help of these symbols or indicators, we can know that what would be the maximum and minimum cases for the association of the entity instances of these two entity types. One additional thing, that for defining the relationships or for showing the relationships, we also use this diamond symbol between the entities. So our today's topic is mainly focusing on these indicators or these levels of relationships between the entity types. So now, cardinality and modality. Cardinality specifies or indicates the maximum possible associations. Like here, in case of student and location, how many students can connect how many locations, whether the situation is many or one. So with the help of cardinality, we can specify that the maximum possible associations between two entity types or the instances of entity types can be either one or many. If the possible number of association is 1, the maximum possible associations are 1, then we can specify that with the help of a vertical line. And in case of many possible associations, then we can use this symbol. This symbol is called crow foot. On the other hand, modality specifies the minimum possible associations between two entities. The level can be either 0 and it can be 1. So if one instance of student connects exactly one instance of location, then it would be 1. And if I say that one student may connect a location, then I said may, we have option, so in that case it would be 0. So we can represent 1 with vertical line and 0 with a circle. So here we have the student and location entity types. If you look into these entity types, a single student must have only one location. By must, I mean that minimum case, the cardinality is 1 and the maximum case is also 1, that is modality. So in this association from student to location, the cardinality is the modality is 1, 2. So in this case, the student can be connected with location having cardinality equal to 1 and also modality equal to 1, because we cannot say that a single student can have multiple locations. It will have only one location. And from location to student, it is possible that many students have same location. For example, there are 5 students belonging to zip code 26000 or cohort. So in this case, the maximum is many, that is cardinality, and there might be some locations stored in the table which are not connected with the student instances. So in that case, we will have 0 modality. So for location, the cardinality is many and modality is 0. While defining the relationships, we also specify the cardinality and modality. Actually, with the help of modality and cardinality, we can specify the exact nature of relationship between two entity types and their instances. So cardinality can be defined as it indicates the maximum number of times an instance, a single instance of one entity can be associated with instances in the related entity. So from one side we take single instance and then check that single instance with multiple instances in another entity type. In case of modality, we look for the minimum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with an instance in the related entity. So cardinality is focusing on the maximum possible associations and modality focuses on the minimum possible associations. Cardinality and modality both are shown in the relationship by using some symbols. Now, how can we read cardinalities? Here we have some cases. Actually, we combine modality and cardinality in the relationships to specify the level or the degree of relationships. So suppose here we have an entity type. So the first thing connected with entity type would be cardinality, and then the second thing would be modality here. So here we have from 0 to many. So the maximum case is many, this is cardinality, and minimum case is 0, this is modality. Similarly 1 to many, so this one is modality and this many is used for cardinality. 1 to 1, modality is also 1 and cardinality is 1 2. Here 0 to 1, modality is 0 and cardinality is 1. So we can read these modality and cardinality in this way. Here we have some cases. The first one is seat and student. We have two entity types in this case. So if we read this relationship from left to right, it would be a seat is filled by exactly one student. We are taking one seat and it is filled by a student and it must be filled by a single student. So cardinality and modality both are 1. So if we read this from right to left, then a student fills exactly one seat. So from the other side, one student can fell at minimum 1 seat and at maximum 1 seat. Then student and transcript. If we read this relationship from left to right, it would be a student has 1 or more transcripts. So this one is 1 or more. From right to left, a transcript has 1 student, exactly 1 student. Both modality and cardinality are 1. Similarly, for student and course, a student can have 1 course or many courses. A course can have 1 student or many students. An instructor can teach many courses or none. So in this case, modality would be 0. A course is taught by exactly 1 instructor, means cardinality and modality both are 1. Here we have relationships as 1 1, 1 1, then 1 to many and many to 1. From here, many to 1, and this one is from many to many, and from other side also many to any, and from this side many to 1, and from left side from 1 to many. There are some other terms too. For modalities, we can also use these terms. The first one is mandatory cardinality and the second one is optional cardinality. If the modality is 1, then we can say that the value is mandatory and we can call that modality as mandatory cardinality. And if it is 0, then we can call it optional or optional cardinality. So if it is a vertical line, then mandatory cardinality, and if it is 0, then we can call it optional cardinalities. We can also use the maximum cardinality and minimum cardinality terms. By maximum cardinality, we mean the generic cardinality, which is 1 or many, and in case we use minimum cardinality, then it would refer to the modalities that is either 1 or 0, or simply say that whether it is required or not. Now let's consider some sample cases. Here we have 2 entity types, the employee and vehicle. Both are connected. There is some sort of association between employee and vehicle. So if we look into the tables for these 2 entity types, we have some instances, and these instances are connected through vehicle ID, VID. Now if you look into this first instance, it is connected with this one. The second instance, it is connected here. Third one is connected here, and fourth one is connected here. This one is not connected. So we can assume that an employee can have 1 car or no car. We can say that the maximum case for an employee to have vehicles is 1. So the cardinality here must be 1, and since there is an employee having no vehicle, then the minimum case, the modality is 0 in this case. So from employee to vehicle, the cardinality must be 1. This one is correct, and modality is 0. This one is wrong. It must be 0. Now if we read this from right to left, from vehicle to employee, if you look into the table, all the instances in vehicle are connected with these instances, means that each vehicle is associated with each employee. So the maximum case is 1. A single vehicle cannot be used by many employees. It must be used by a single employee. So the maximum case is 1. So the cardinality is 1. Now if we look into this table, all the vehicles, all these instances are associated with these instances, means that the vehicle must be registered with an instance of employee. So the minimum case is also 1. So these cardinality and modality are wrong. These must be 1 1, and from employee to vehicle these must be 0 and 1. So this is the correct form. From employee to vehicle the modality is 0 and cardinality and 1. From vehicle to employee the modality is 1 as well as the cardinality is 1. Now here we have another example. In this example we have employee and children. If we look into the instances and their association, we can see that one employee may have multiple children and one child must have only one parent or one employee. So if we look into this table, this one is connected here, also this one, this one is connected with this one, then here and here. Now all these implies these are associated with one or many children, and there is an employee who is not associated with any child. So the maximum case for us from employee to children is many, and the minimum case is 0 because there is one employee having no child. From children to employee, if we look into the table, all these instances are connected with exactly one instance of employee. Each instance from this table is connected with exactly one instance in employee, means both the cardinality and modality are 1. So here this one is wrong, it must be many. An employee can have many children. An employee can have no child. A child can have one employee at maximum, and maximum, and at minimum also association with one employee. So from children the modality and cardinality both are 1, and from employee to children the cardinality is many and modality is 0. This is the summary of our today's lecture. First we revised the ERD, the constructs of ERD were discussed. Then we studied about the cardinality and modality. Cardinality focuses on the maximum cases and modality focuses on the minimum cases. Maximum can be many or 1, and in case of modality we have options for 0 and 1. The mandatory cardinality refers that the modality is 1, and optional cardinality refers that it is 0. And we have some possible cases in relationships that are 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to many, and we can also read these from right side. So this was all about cardinality and modality. If you have any question, you can post your question in the comments in KCMS. Thank you.